till it's gone. Just like that old Cinderella song from the 1980s. A great ballad. Check it out. But I just didn't know what I had till it was gone. I didn't know how much I'd missed this, and I really did. And all the prayers and the well wishes, man, it just it really meant a lot, man. It meant more than y'all realize. I really didn't expect that. I mean, it's really, really overwhelming. And I just want to let y'all know I appreciate the hell out of it. Now, getting right to it, this is the OCF. That's the Outlaw of College Football. That's me, JPC. Also on Twitter at OCF Productions. Before I get to the show, though, I'd like to give credit where credit is due, and that is Brandon Dunn, also known as Kane Reed. He's got a YouTube channel that's dedicated to gaming, so if you like gaming, go check out Kane Reed on YouTube. But he's the one that sent me this article. This article from the Denver Post, a beat writer, well known in the Denver area, a guy that's mostly accurate for the most part. Mark Kiesler, I don't know if I pronounced his last name right, Mark Kiesler of the Denver Post wrote an article. I'm going to throw up some graphs here just to show y'all that I'm not making this shit up, because you know how these people come in and say, well, I won't see a link to it. Okay, well, I'm not going to put a link up for you to it because I'm not your Googling bitch. But there will be graphs up here, and you can go look it up yourself. All you got to do is type it in that little Google bar, because Google is your friend. And it looks like old Linky boy may be the target of the Rob Walton family, the real rich Walton family that owns the Denver Broncos. From what Mark Kiesler is saying, this ultra-rich family has the money that it takes in order to get Lincoln Riley away from the USC Skittle Shitters. And normally you wouldn't think that a team or a organization or a college university could take a coach off of such a huge marketable team like USC. But this is the NFL. And USC will be a little bit out of their league in trying to bid and keep Lincoln's services if it comes down to money. The Walton family, like I said, ultra rich. So, what will Lincoln Riley do if he gets that big offer? Now, granted, the coach for Denver right now, Nathaniel Hackett, he's only been there a year. So this may just be rumor and conjecture from Mark, what's his name, Kiesler? Mark Kiesler may just be wishful thinking on his part. But from what I understand, Kiesler, he's pretty much got the pulse of the Denver Broncos. So my question is, why such the enamorment with this guy? He's never won a national championship. And when he has gotten the playoffs, he's gotten embarrassed more times than not. He got that one close game with Georgia, but once again, the defensive shortcomings come back to haunt him. They scored, like 51 points and still lost the game? That should be enough to win 2 games just about sometimes. So Denver and USC and all these people that hire this guy in, they label him and give him this great grand tag of the quarterback whisperer. Whispering stuff in people's ears, man, and making them great. And they got Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks as a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So I guess the Walton family and them think that he's going to come in and whisper something in Russell Wilson's ear that's going to make him, I don't know, the next Tom Brady or the next Joe Montana. It's just not going to happen. Russell Wilson's on the down spiral of his career, man. He's getting a little bit older, man. I think his better years will be are beyond him, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it has nothing to do with needing a quarterback whisperer. The guy's just getting a little bit older. I could be wrong. He could come in and whisper some shit in his ear, and dude start scoring 42, 49 points a game. But the thing is, they probably going to give up 42 or 49 points a game, because it ain't the defensive coordinators he's hiring. It's because he, as a head coach, doesn't take defense seriously. And he doesn't structure his offense to give his defense any kind of break. Lots of times, scoring quickly is fine. But sometimes you got to take some time off the clock to give your defense a bit of a break so you don't end up blowing a double-digit lead, which he's been known to do many, 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 many times. Georgia incident. It was up 31-14, 31-17 at halftime. And then here recently, it was up 17-3 on Utah. Blew that shit. Because the offense is not structured to help the defense whatsoever. The defense is on its own. If it's a great defense, sure, they might be able to hold you to 21, 24 points a game just because they're a great defense. But it's just, I don't get it, man. You've got to be able to at least have a modicum of a defense, especially in the NFL, because they're going to catch on to a lot of that shit. The defensive players are a lot quicker and a lot smarter and a lot faster in the NFL because they're professionals and they're the best of the best. Even the worst defenses in the NFL could shut down Tebow and the USC offense any day of the week, probably twice on Sunday. But you guys and gals, tell me what you think about all this. Do you think I'm overreacting? Do you think I'm giving Tebow a little bit too much hell? Do you think I should congratulate the man? Hey, you're going to make it to the NFL? Let me tell you what I think. I think that if Denver offers him the job, he's going to take it. He's going to leave USC high and dry. He's going to take a good old dump right there on the Skittle shitters. He's going to leave them high and dry and say goodbye to all those transgender volleyball tournaments without even thinking twice. He's going to be in Denver. He's going to be in Mile High Stadium. But let me tell you what I think is going to happen. Is that down the road, he's going to be just like Cliff Kingsbury down at the Arizona Cardinals. Eventually, that guy's going to get fired. Because this offense, this gimmick, this circus act, people catch on to it eventually. Especially in the NFL, you got the brightest minds. It's the highest level of college. It's the highest, not college, the highest level of football, supposedly. You got the best of the best. And what's going to happen is, in 3 or 4 years, he's going to be fired by the Denver Broncos. And then he's going to try to come back to college, and somebody will hire him. Somebody will give him a job. He'll get one more head coaching job. And then finally, he'll teeter out just like Rich Rodriguez did. That's what I think is going to happen. I think that if he takes that job at Denver, his fate may not be expedited as quickly, but eventually this big old bag of lemons and this circus act, the curtain's it's going to be pulled back eventually, in my opinion. This guy, he's going to be exposed for what he is. And that's just a one-trick pony. And that's all I got to say about that. Like I said earlier in the video, you guys and gals, tell me what you think. Drop in the comment section. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because that's most important. That's what keeps me up and going and motivated. And as always, KMCA to all the other teams. Also, there's a heart option down here. Hit that for me. Drop a few dollars in the coffers. Class is now dismissed.